He's taken up the nightly position. It's about 8:30, and it was a strange but long but strange day. In the morning, I was just not feeling anything. I was kind of tired. And I was going to make a coffee cake. So I had the butter out, and I put it in the bowl, and I got the ingredients, started getting them together, and I heard tapping at the door. And I thought, I'll go over there and say, who is it? It's Spencer or something. I'll say, who is it? Are you selling magazines? And then I didn't hear anything. I heard a couple little taps. And I opened the door, and there were the two boys, and Mama was sitting on the couch. Mama looked like she'd been dragged through the mud. The poor thing. She's sick. But she was invited to some baby shower thing today, and she said, well, I won't leave till about 2:30. I'm going to put Sebby down for a nap. And I thought, okay. I didn't know anything about it. See, I even wrote Brian a letter saying I don't snoop, so if there's an event or something, I don't know about it unless you tell me. And apparently they must think that I look at all their stuff on the on the refrigerator or whatever, the notes and stuff. I don't. So it was a surprise to me, and I'm glad I was available. So she went upstairs to put Sebby down for a nap, and I had a peanut butter sandwich I brought over with me. And Spencer, what was he doing? Playing Mahjong on my phone. He's really good. Oh my god. For 4 years old, it's a matching game, and he's really quick. He's about as quick as I am, and I play it all the time. Wow. Why doesn't it have your name on it? Or a picture? When you go up to number 23 or number 1 or whatever. And I said, because I don't know how to put one in there. Well, can't you figure it out? And I said, no, I think you have to pay something to put it on there. I'm not paying anything. He knows I'm not paying for stuff. So we did that for a while, and he was playing car racing game and a couple other things, and the phone started getting warm. And I said, we have to put the phone down, turn it off. Why? I said, because the phone will turn itself off and won't be able to use it, and it could burn out. And I said, that way, like, if mommy needs to call me or something, I won't be able to answer because there's no house phone like in the olden days. So we'd be sunk. Okay. So he turned the phone off, and I had to hide it so he wouldn't get a hold of it. He's still croupy. When I tell him no on something, he'd go right up to my face and cough in it. Like the Carol Beers character on Little Britain. Oh dear. So, what did we do? I don't know. We read books to him. We talked a little bit. And Mommy had left to go to the baby shower. I don't know where it was. It must have been kind of far away. It was somebody that she works with is an Asian guy, and it was his wife who's Hispanic. And when she got home, she told me it was real big to do. They had it was catered, and outside live music, and they had pinned the pacifier on the baby, and she said, I got it in its eye. But I'm glad she had a decent time, but she just sounded terrible. She could hardly talk. Poor thing. So I let her know everything. I said, well, Spencer painted his nails, and he wanted this or he wanted that, and when he didn't get his way, he coughed at me. And both of them got up, and I said, all three of us have battle scars on our faces. We all have scratches from getting banged and scratched and stuff. They scratched me, and they scratched each other. I didn't scratch them. But I tell you, they are a handful. Oh my God. Well, I'm glad that's done. I had something that already in the fridge I just took over there for my supper. Well, they had their supper. Spencer had a piece of pizza with most of the stuff stripped off of it and some mixed vegetables. The little guy had a whole bunch of pasta with cheese on it, a big piece of pizza with all kinds of stuff on it, olives and meat and all kinds of stuff, and he ate it. God, that kid's a tank. And then we watched funny kitty cats on the TV. And we listened to, while we ate, we listened to Dale Mathis, who lives in Sun City, Arizona. He has accordion channel on YouTube. So it was Oktoberfest music, 42 minutes of Oktoberfest music on the accordion. It used to be music I would play when I picked up Spencer from school when he was younger, and I picked him up every day. So he knew the music. And when the chicken dance came on, we all did the da 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 da, you know. And the baby was laughing at him the time of his life. Then we finished eating, and Spencer didn't eat much, and he was wandering around constantly. And I said, if you get sick, I'm putting you right to bed. I want dessert. And I said, you have to eat at least half that piece of pizza, or you're not getting any dessert. So the baby had yogurt with strawberries on it, which he devoured. And Spencer they have these little push pops. They're like ice popsicle things that you push up, and they're full of Pedialyte, which is kind of like a Gatorade for children, babies. And he goes, this will help my fever. Boy, that kid knows how to bargain and make a deal on everything. Oh my God. So I said, okay, what flavor do you want? I want the orange one. Okay. So I gave him one of those. And I don't know if he's ever had them. He knew of them, but I don't know if he's had them. So I cut the end off, and I was showing him how to push it up from the bottom. There were a couple parts where it broke. And he goes, but it broke here, yeah. I said, so? It's ice. Ice will do that. So he had that. I wiped them all up, and we were playing on the couch, trying to read to him, trying to calm him down. The more I tried to calm them down, the more wound up they got, the more scratches, and I thought I was going to lose all the hair on the left side of my head. Spencer was purposefully grabbing it and yanking it as hard as he could. He does a lot of that kind of stuff on purpose. Now, I don't know if he's testing boundaries. I don't know quite what the deal is. I may have to talk to Mommy and Daddy in front of Spencer, which is what you do if you're a babysitter. You ask if their kids get dessert, or if they, how late they stay up, in front of the parent. That way the kid can't come back and say, oh yeah, well, my mom and dad let me stay up till midnight. You ask in front of the parent. So I'm going to have to converse with Mom and Dad in front of Spencer so I know what's going on. He's not going to like it, but at least he'll know Grandma's trying to follow the rules. And that's what you do. You try to follow the rules. So Mommy got home not too long ago. And then Daddy got home about 15-20 minutes later than that. So it was a long day. Kitty cat's on my lap. Cake is spinning around in the microwave convection oven. I'm going to make cornbread because I still have some chili left in the fridge, and it goes well with that. I am going to have some hot tea and some Fritos, corn chips. And I know Mr. Yehudi Pooty, Puss, he's going to be begging for him because he likes the salt off of them. I went to a student comedy thing. They had like 5 or 6 weeks of comedy lessons, and then they put on a show. It was okay. And the one kid that usually officiates on Wednesdays, he turns to me and he said, he's a sweetheart. He's kind of chubby. And he looked like Gomez Adams all dressed up in a pinstripe suit the other day. And he said, well, which bits did you like the best? What part who did you like the best? what a loaded question. And to be honest with you, there were some funny things, and I just couldn't remember what they were because my mind's been like a sieve lately. And I said, everybody had some funny stuff. So I covered my ass there. But there were a couple people that were really funny, and I can't remember for the life of me what they said. I was just out just to lose myself last night. So, let's see, tomorrow's Sunday. I don't know if there's anything planned or not. Monday, I don't have to watch the little guy. So I'll probably take care of whatever business I have to take care of where I have to make phone calls or whatever. Ashley's sister's birthday is coming up on Veterans Day, which is the 11th. Next Wednesday, Whoop Whoop Wednesday. And then the Wednesday following that, I have another. I asked the guy, I said, is it okay if I call you Shrink? Because that way I can remember what I've got going. And he goes, yeah, okay, I understand. So not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday I have a Shrink appointment again. And I really want to start playing the piano again, so I think I'm going to have to do more cleaning. I do have some laundry to do. Due to this new stupid motherfucking medicine, Brian looked it up on his phone, and he's a nurse, so he knows about various stuff and medicines and stuff. And this has a built-in diuretic, which makes you pee all the time. They said, well, take it in the morning, because if you take it at night, you won't be able to sleep, and you'll be on the toilet all night. And I thought, oh, great. So I took it in the morning like I normally take my medicine. And I did pee a little more, but I still pee at night. That happens when you get old. Even Brian, he's 42. He says he gets up at night to at least once to go pee. And he says, I hate it. I said, unfortunately, that's part of getting older. It's just part of it. So, a needle pulling thread. Lost my train of thought. It left the station. Toot toot. So, I've got plenty to do around here. Laundry. Putting away. Plenty of stuff. I have vegetable soup, I have chili, I'll have coffee cake, and I'll have cornbread. And something that I found that I really, really like. When I'm in the grocery store, I'll go to the refrigerated section where all the lettuce is and stuff. Sometimes they'll separate it. They'll have the baby radicchio, or they'll have the spinach, or in a bag, or this in a bag. That they have a Caesar salad kit in a bag. I think it's supposed to make 2 Caesar salads. It has the dressing, the croutons, and the cheese to go on it in separate little bags. I pour that into a giant bag, and then I get one of those chicken fingers is what it's called, but it's fried chicken, just the meat, tender. And I'll chop that up and put it in there, and that'll be a great big, what do you call it, dinner? Between lunch and dinner. And I try not to eat later, but tonight I'm having some Fritos with some tea while I'm doing this baking. Trying to get some things done, and yeah. Oh, I've got a couple little plastic bags. They're like, what are they? Little bags like this, and inside is a gold coin. It takes up the whole bag. It's huge. Chocolate, gold, tin foil, whatever, covered chocolate for Marley's and Scott's kids. Each girl gets a little bag like that, and Felix gets a little a metal lunchbox. And then I want to get them those little one-size-fits-all gloves because they live in Canada. And they can, if they lose one, they'll have these spare ones. I'm sure they probably have a basket full of them. Hi, what are you up to? You sleeping? Trying to sleep? You trying to sleep? Giving me the look, huh? Uh-huh. Well, I'm sorry I went way over 15 minutes and everything, so it was a long day. This is a long vlog. I'm sorry. Tomorrow. No telling. I try not to watch. I've been away from the computer and I've been away from the TV, so I haven't been watching depressing stuff. I have wooden rack thing and I had to repair where it hooks together when it's put up because it broke, so I had to repair it so I can do laundry tomorrow. I'm gonna have to go through my clothes and sort of weed them out and go through stuff, and because Spencer got into the fingernail polish, I have to figure out a different place, a different thing to do with it. Boy, oh boy. So I'm gonna stop here now that it's over 16 minutes. Gadzooks. Take care of yourself, please. Sickness is going around. And there's sickness in the air. There's sickness in the brains of the people in charge and all that. I gotta stop shaking my head or my brain will fall out. Upward and onward.